Rolex is more than a watch. It's a symbol, a status marker, a global icon of wealth, precision, and power. But what most people don't know is that Rolex didn't start as a luxury brand. It didn't start with gold, diamonds, or prestige. It started with a 24-year-old immigrant in London who didn't even know how to make a watch. His name was Hans Wilsdorf, and in 1905, he had one goal: to create a wristwatch that was so accurate, so reliable, and so beautifully made that it could compete with the pocket watches that dominated the world at the time. Wristwatches were considered feminine, fragile, and impractical. No serious man would wear one. But Wilsdorf saw the future before anyone else did. He believed that one day, everyone would wear a watch on their wrist, and he was determined to build the company that would lead that revolution. Wilsdorf didn't have factories, he didn't have money, he didn't have prestige. What he had was vision. He partnered with Swiss manufacturers to produce small, precise movements that could fit into wristwatches. Then he did something no one else was doing. He focused on accuracy. Not beauty, not luxury, accuracy. In 1910, Rolex became the first wristwatch in the world to receive a Swiss certificate of chronometric precision. 4 years later, it earned a Class A precision certificate from the Kew Observatory in England, a certification previously reserved only for marine chronometers. Rolex wasn't a luxury brand yet. It was a performance brand, a tool, a machine built for precision. Then came the moment that changed everything. In 1927, a young woman named Mercedes Gleitzer attempted to swim across the English Channel. Wilsdorf saw an opportunity. He gave her a Rolex Oyster, the world's first waterproof wristwatch, and asked her to wear it during the swim. She agreed. The watch survived the icy water, the waves, and the 15-hour journey. When she emerged from the sea, the watch was still ticking perfectly. Wilsdorf took out a full-page ad in the Daily Mail with a picture of Gleitzer and the headline, "The Wonder Watch That Defies the Elements." Overnight, Rolex became a sensation. But Wilsdorf wasn't done. He understood something that most companies still don't understand today. People don't buy products. They buy stories. They buy identity. They buy meaning. So he built Rolex around 3 pillars: precision, durability, and achievement. Every Rolex model was tied to a story. The Explorer was created for the first successful ascent of Mount Everest. The Submariner was built for deep-sea divers. The GMT Master was designed for Pan Am pilots crossing time zones. The Daytona was made for race car drivers. Rolex didn't just make watches, it made tools for extraordinary people. And by wearing one, you became part of that story. Then came the most brilliant move of all. In 1945, Wilsdorf created the Hans Wilsdorf Foundation and transferred all his shares of Rolex into it. Rolex became a non-profit. It doesn't have shareholders. It doesn't have quarterly earnings calls. It doesn't have pressure to cut costs or chase trends. Rolex reinvests its profits into research, development, marketing, and long-term brand building. That's why Rolex never discounts. That's why Rolex never floods the market. That's why Rolex maintains an aura of scarcity and exclusivity. Today, Rolex is a $10 billion empire. Its watches are so in demand that authorized dealers have multi-year waiting lists. Some models sell for double or triple their retail price on the secondary market, and the brand's value continues to rise year after year. But the real secret behind Rolex's success isn't the gold or the diamonds or the celebrity endorsements. It's the story. The story of a young immigrant who believed in a future no one else could see. The story of a company built not on luxury, but on precision. The story of a brand that turned achievement into identity. Rolex didn't become a global icon by accident. It became one because Hans Wilsdorf understood something timeless. People don't just want to tell time. They want to tell the world who they are. And that's why Rolex will always be more than a watch. It will always be a symbol.